Hi, I'm Jeff Parnell. I met a wonderful man from Ozark last week, older than I. We spent some time talking about what's going on in our part of the world. He contacted me just because he wanted to know more about who I am and what I've been doing. And he called me back the next day and said, I think you're the guy that I want to vote for. And he said, I wish there was some way that you could just talk to people from your heart like you did with me. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm Jeff Parnell, 59 years old. I live in the most rural part of the 140th district down south. I grew up in this area largely. I was born in Kansas. My mother's from here. She was born on what is now the old Barkay Wrangler camp. The chimney's still there. But I love this area with a passion that only someone who has left it a couple of times and come back can know. There's a cemetery near my house that has 3 generations of my grandparents buried there. My 6th great-grandfather on another side of the family, Isaac Garrison, is buried in Richwood Cemetery near Ozark. He came here in 1832 at the age of 100. He had served with Washington's Continental Army in the 2nd Pennsylvania Regiment, the Revolution. Spent a pretty bad winter you might have heard about in a place called Valley Forge. These people that came before me continue to impact my life as I learn more about them. I feel a tie to this country where I'm walking right now that I really don't have the words to explain. But I've studied my country and I've studied its history my entire life. And I feel like I have a lot of discernment about what's going on. President Harry Truman, possibly the last sensible, honest Democrat, once said that the only thing new in the world is the history you don't know, which I think makes a lot of sense. And, I look at where we're at now. We're divided. People are scared. People are unemployed. And I'm not saying that Jeff Parnell can fix that from Jefferson City or anywhere else, but my awareness of it, I think, will guide me in making decisions. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I do have a lot of questions. I wonder why our public schools seem to be turning out young people who dislike their country or hate it while knowing so little about it. I wonder why we have all of this rampant drug use. I've been trying to hire people for 40 years. And if you can find someone who can pass the drug test, then they may not be able to read, or they may not be able to follow instructions, or they may not show up on a regular basis. I know it's parenting, I know it's education, but I think it all boils down to hopelessness. I have my own theory that the difference between when I grew up and the difference between now is that my generation was taught hope. We had hope in America as a great country where you could do anything or be anything. And at that time, it was not off the table to discuss the hope we have as being created in a loving God's image, and that there was a way out of this life by trusting in that same loving God. And I don't think we have that anymore. We teach hopelessness. We teach that you might as well do what feels good because nothing matters. Well, you and I may know that's different, but how do we change it? Again, I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to do what I can. So I would ask you to call your next door neighbor, talk to your people at church. If you don't have a dog in this fight already, tell them you found their dog. I'm Jeff Parnell, candidate for state representative in Missouri's 140th district. God bless you.